we haven't really successfully found water directly anyplace yet. Now, we haven't really been that many places. We've been to the moon and we sent a couple of rovers to Mars, right? So water, you can take water with you. That's going to be heavy, especially when you're traveling hundreds of thousands of miles. You could recycle it once you get it there, right? Other ideas, you could bring, I guess, ice, things like that. Have that melt because that might be helpful. Eventually, you may need to come up with some other way to replicate water, which again, they're working on oxygen on Mars, so they may be able to do something like that. In the meantime, you can take things from Earth. Don't worry about the Earth. The Earth's fine. The Earth is not a frail little grandma that you can just kick over and she's going to break her hip. The Earth has been here for a long time, out in space, being bombarded by all kinds of things all the time. The Earth is tough, very tough, tougher than humans, right? Radiation, meteors, all kinds of stuff from space. It exists in space. It's been taking that and keeping every living thing that we've ever known alive for a long time. Because it's not like we'll just be on the moon and just stay there. I mean, I suppose some people will eventually. They'll probably go back and forth. Like artemisii, they're going to be there for a little while and they come back. International Space Station, they stay there for a while and then they come back. Right? You might bring some water back with you. There's all kinds of things. But we as humans are able to do this and think about this and create these possibilities and these solutions. We did it without AI, and we will continue to do it. AI is not as great as you think it is, especially with some new experiments that they're doing, right? It helps to do things faster. Like a computer does things very fast. It's not smart. It appears to be smart just because it's doing it fast, right? But that's only because we've told it what to do. We've given it instructions. You give it instructions all the time. When you type on your keyboard or use your mouse, you're giving it instructions. And it's all been programmed by other humans. Even AI is all from, programming by humans and using data from humans. It's just replicating all that and putting it together, using its database. I know it appears smart. That's because humans have made it so that it appears that way. It can be helpful. Again, mostly it's just about speed. Putting together things together faster. That's what the computers do for us. They help us with speed, but humans created the computers in the first place. Computing, you will definitely need that on the moon. That's why you need the power. Okay, so we've got that. So now you're in a situation where you have the things that are set up, right? You have the infrastructure down. You've got your airlocks, perhaps a spaceport. You're going to need space traffic control, like air traffic control, except in space. On the moon. So you can control all the traffic going back and forth from the Earth to the moon. Because, of course, the moon, and they said it with the NASA mission, is a jumping off point, I'm paraphrasing, for the rest of the universe, right? This is a place that will be used as like a dock, a way station to jump off exploration other places. So we should expect that in the future, The moon will be a place of constant transportation. People coming in and out and using it as a hub for transportation to the rest of the universe. In a terrestrial sense, it's kind of like O'Hare Airport in Chicago in the United States. It is used as a place that connects a lot of flights, or at least it used to. Maybe it's not that way anymore, right? So a lot of times people will come into O'Hare, at least they used to. They will come into that airport and then move on to other places. So the moon will be kind of like O'Hare used to be, near Chicago, in Chicago, however you want to look at it, right? So you're going to need to control all that traffic, right? You're going to need designations, sectors, a way to define what space is. You're going to need all that kind of designation to help you. So lunar real estate. Now that you have the architecture set up, you can do all the things like you used to. Maybe they'll all be more like, because I'm not sure how they're going to set it up. Are they going to be more like all condos? Because we talked about George and Jane's futuristic condos are all going to be condos. Right? Where you own the inside space, but you don't own everything. And the common areas, you have access to the common area. Well, that would be like on a lunar colony, right? Is it all going to be together in one grand structure? Like a dome, a huge dome or something? Or is it going to be individual units set up? It might be a combination of both, right? Maybe they will build like individual houses, for lack of a better term, or apartment complexes that aren't directly connected to other buildings. And you'll have to go from back and forth in between them. Gravity, or the lack thereof, on the moon. Either you'll need some sort of artificial gravity solution, perhaps using clothing, or perhaps we just won't care. And you'll just need to build the living spaces that have high ceilings because the gravity is less every time you push off. Again, we'll see what it looks like when you actually go and do things for real and not just theory, right? Because with gravity being less on the moon, our muscles, at least people that were born on Earth, this may not be true in the future if people are born on the moon, right? Those will be your aliens, will be the children of colonists, the grandchildren, and they will be born on the moon and Mars and other places, and those will be your aliens because they will be born on other places. They won't be born on Earth, and they will consider themselves to be from the moon and from Mars. Just like people that are now in the United States. Their ancestors, our ancestors, were under British Crown rule. And before that, they were part of tribes, right? And at some point in time, those children no longer viewed themselves as being subjects of the British Crown. They had been here for centuries, doing all kinds of things. They're Americans. We're all Americans. We're not British subjects anymore. That's how you get a Declaration of Independence. And that's how you get the United States. Separating from the British Crown, separating from the French Crown, separating from the Spanish Crown. I think the same thing won't happen. We're from the moon. We're, I don't know, what are we going to call them? Lunas? Lunarites? Moon people? Don't know. Right? These children. And they will grow up there. So long as we've done all the other stuff that is necessary. Right? So whether you have an artificial gravity solution or people just jump up high and you have the architecture built to sustain it. High ceilings, padded walls, soft edges, so that when you jump and you move very high through the air, again, that's if once you get inside the building, we'll see if that's even going to be the case. I suspect that it will, because I think they would have told us that. Although most of these capsules and modules are pretty small and just is needed. We'll see. So one of those two things is going to be necessary. And don't worry about all the other functions. We've already been taking care of all the other regular human functions. They went into some detail about it on Orion, so don't worry about that. We will figure that out. Because the human body will continue to do what it is designed to do. So I think that about wraps it up. Lunar real estate, lunar colony real estate, at some point in time, it will probably be exactly the same. They will buy their 15-unit apartment buildings, their multifamily buildings, the single-family residential, if that's even a thing, and maybe more condos or townhomes. Maybe there will be individual units, whether they're outside of a biodome, some living dome or not. At some point in time, the same things will start to happen. Just like the same things started to happen in the United States. So, lunar real estate. There you have it.